Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win. I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path, if you want it bad. I'm gonna show you where it's at, yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want, yeah. Rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooters gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I won, yeah. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. Grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win, yeah.
Good evening, everyone. I am the Dreadist, and welcome to my shop of all horror and dread. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope wherever you are having a wonderful day. Now please take a seat and enjoy the show, because today we are continuing our investigation in Crow Country. But first, let me greet my wonderful viewers. First of all, congratulations Schmoozer for the first, and thank you for the daily check-in. 82 times you've checked in to my shop. That's a dangerously high number. And thank you for the hydrate and stretch. We are starting with another care package, it seems, but once again I came prepared, since I have a lovely cup of tea to accompany me on my little investigation. Lovely. And the quote, oh yes, one of the rare quotes that is not from me. Linkberry said it in my chat, and I felt like it would be such a shame to not immortalize it into a quote. I wish there was a better way to phrase it, but I was literally oiling rods. Because sometimes life gives you rods and you have to oil them up. And welcome in, Nekio, how are you doing? And Link with the lurk. Thank you so much, I hope you are alright. Dangerously high, almost like I never missed the stream. Yes, that is dangerous around me. Now, today we are playing Crow Country. Let me get my controller, which I was charging, so I have plenty of time to play this lovely game. Schmoozer has been following Dreadist since Thursday, August 8, 2024, more than a year ago. And let me think, August... soon it will be 1.5 years. Soon. Now, as you can see, even though I played Crow Country for an entire stream, I only have 1 measly % in the trophy progression with 1 bronze trophy. That is disheartening, but I am not giving up. We will be finding them trophies somewhere. How is that possible, Dread? Only 1 trophy, yes. One good bit of news is the fact that it is the most common trophy, meaning I didn't miss a whole bunch of things. Apparently this game just really likes to give you trophies later on in the game, or at least that is what I like to make myself believe. You are surprised? I am surprised as well. But this game is full of surprises, you see. Now, those who might have missed the first stream, this is a lovely little horror game in which even the title screen is trying to jump scare you. A song lyric says, "Don't stop believing." Oh yes, it is from an old song. I would want to say from the 80s by the band Journey, I do believe. I listen to it quite often. So, this is a really interesting game, I have to say. I didn't know much about it, but the short time that I played it so far, I have to say it is brilliant. I really, really like it. No, the idea itself is not complicated. We are playing a detective of sorts, and we go to an abandoned theme park called Crow Country because someone went missing, and that missing person is none other but the owner of Crow Country, Mr. Crow. I know, brilliant naming. Now, the interesting part about this is you would think this is a pretty simple game. We have to solve some puzzles, figure out what happened, maybe there is some kind of a crime conspiracy in the background. But oh, this rabbit hole is much, much deeper. You see, we start the game and we find many, many odd things. First of all, we find a photographer who was allegedly attacked by some creatures. So we help him by bandaging him up and then escorting him to our car, and with it we get a really good attempt at speedrunning getting married in under 1 day, because first he's a stranger, then he quickly turns into a friend, and later on he is referred to as our boyfriend. So who knows what will happen later on in the game? I don't even want to imagine. But to be a bit more serious here, we learn about many interesting things. First of all, there is some sort of gold mine scheme happening in the background, and we also learn about otherworldly guests appearing in the theme park, and there are some rather unsettling documentation about how a little girl met with one of these guests and it ended in some sort of an accident, which was the reason the theme park had to be closed. That was actually 2 years ago. I do believe the game takes place in 1990 and this accident happened back in 1988. But all that is quite interesting, it fits the horror theme, it's really nice. We start seeing really odd creatures and shooting them, which is quite difficult with the aiming system of the game, but I honestly believe that the developers wanted the shooting to be a bit awkward and old school, just like everything else in the game is made in a 90s aesthetic, and I quite like that. Good morning, Furious Potato, how are you? How furious are you on this fine morning to you and evening to me? To those who might not know, Furious Potato is a fellow VTuber and he has some of the most amazing emoticons, including an actual Furious Potato. I picked the right time to have a dread voice to lull me to sleep. Well, I hope you get some sleep in that case. I assume you are still sick, Bushmoozer, and it seems you are not alone. Furious Potato is also sick, so suffering. Well, I hope that you have some time to rest. The weekend is nearby, so try to sleep plenty and hopefully you will get well soon. If you have the time, of course you can stay here and maybe listen to my soothing voice and fall asleep like Schmoozer is planning to. Oh, sick cuddles. I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but it certainly sounds quite nice. You know, if you can be sick alone, you might as well be sick together. That sounded like a Bonnie and Clyde kind of thing. Yeah. Well, let's not take that out of context. So, what is really interesting to me is that even though the game fall asleep during your stream, I did last stream, well, that is both how could I say it? Concerning and adorable. But I do want to have a cozy stream, so hey, if I can make someone fall asleep while I'm playing a horror game, that means I'm either really good at what I'm trying to achieve, or I'm extremely boring. I will hope that it's the former. So, this game is really interesting to me because even though it sets the scene for a really simple story, it is full of surprises. You see, in the beginning of the game, there is a sort of introduction where the main character introduces herself as Mara Forrest, I do believe, and she says that she is a special agent. And because the detective who this missing person report was actually filed to couldn't make it to Crow Country, she was sent instead. And so we believe that we are indeed a police officer of some sort, a special agent, and we have all the equipment to back it up. We have a police ID, we have the files of the case, and we also have a gun with an infinite amount of ammunition in the back of our car, which I am so happy that we have, because bullets are used up really quickly in this theme park. Soothing voice, you aren't screaming during the games, it's cozy, and to be fair, I was weak. I see. Well, I have to step up my game if I want to lull to sleep a not so weak schmoozer. Challenge accepted. Infinite ammunition. Indeed, the game has this really interesting idea that even though you can find ammunition throughout the park, which is probably an ultra violation, if you ever run out of bullets, you can always return to the beginning of the game into the parking lot and get some bullets for your pistol only from your car. Now the trick is that you can only get one magazine full, so 8 bullets, meaning if you are really bad at ammunition management, you will pretty much kill one enemy, go back to the parking lot, get another magazine of bullets, go back and forth a whole lot. That's why I'm always trying to reserve my resources. Sounds not very horror game-like. In a way, however, I think it's clever because you could really easily run out of bullets, and I don't really feel like that in this game you could really run around enemies that much. It is possible, but you are always looking for items and puzzle pieces, and it would certainly be really annoying to always try to dodge the enemies. However, on the other hand, it is true that I have plenty of medkits. I rarely use them, so the game could definitely be a bit more difficult if it wanted to be, and I think it has a higher difficulty level for those looking for a challenge. The no fear or dread to be had there. Yes, in a way it breaks the survival horror mode. But as I mentioned, I'm really interested in the story because later on, during our investigation, a police officer arrives atop a pink bicycle. I know, quite the entrance. And it turns out he is that very detective who could not make it to Crow Country because someone slashed his car tires. Odd. And interestingly, in this conversation with him, the main character never mentions that she would be working for the police or that she should be actually doing the investigation instead of the detective. And the detective certainly does not recognize us or knows about how he allegedly sent us to solve this case. And that is really interesting because even that bit of established lore was questioned. And I'm starting to doubt that we are not really who we say we are. Oh, that's a puppy! More like a wolf, but adorable nonetheless. The inability to fight is what makes a lot of horror games more enjoyable. That is true. Indeed, in many horror games you have absolutely nothing to fight the enemies, such as in the Amnesia games, but I feel like they are a different kind of horror. In survival horror, like Resident Evil and maybe Silent Hill to a certain degree, you can face your fears. However, you have to be careful and decide which fights you should pick and which ones you should just hurry away from quickly. Now, in this case, the enemies are not necessarily there, I think, to cause you much trouble. You can kill them pretty easily, I would say. It's more about how you quickly figure out the puzzles. I think that's the main emphasis of the game. However, with all this said, how we learned about many varying things, and also that we might be lying about who we really are, there's something even more concerning. And that is the fact that ammunition is littered throughout the park. No, that's not the worrisome part just yet. You see, you can find grenades in the park, which is, well, an odd choice, but it's already closed, so why not? You can also find bullets for your pistol, which I'm really happy and willingly use as often as I can. And also, and here comes the dreadful part, shotgun shells. No, let me show you just how many shotgun shells. Let's take a look at our inventory. Oh, that's an adorable bat. No, that's not it. That's not it either. I will have to figure out the inventory. Here it is. So I have 16 pieces or boxes of shells for a shotgun. And I have no shotgun. Now, why that worries me is because if I can find this ammunition type all throughout the park, maybe I should also have the gun by now. And if that is the case, that means that my keen eye somehow entirely missed a shotgun. And that would be terrible. So what I will do now, I will look through the entire park from where I actually started and see all the things that I might have missed, what kind of puzzles we have left, and work our way to progress in the story. So first of all, let's go back to the parking lot and let's actually check on our new friend. And also figure out the controls again, because I completely forget them. Oh, the shotgun. Yeah, I ate it in my sleep. You ate the whole shotgun. Just like that. You didn't even leave a piece or anything. Okay. Well, I guess we won't be building a shotgun in this playthrough then, but I'm fine with the pistol so far. Yeah, what that is a great question. Okay, we will be spending some time cleaning out this place. Would explain the metal taste I had in the morning. Yeah. And a slight stomach burn, I would also say. So this is actually where we started the game, and so far we only have a bronze key. Now to open this trunk of this car that you can see has been here for quite a while, we need a silver key. I'm not sure if I can come in here. Apparently, yes. I completely missed this part. There's blood on the ground. What happened here? Well, that was quite the investigation. We have some trash. Bags of trash. They are old. They smell terrible. I don't think anybody is coming to collect them. What's that? That's a medkit, or rather bandages, right next to the trash. Not sure how sanitary that is, but then again, we pick most of the medkits up from trash cans. It's a medkit. Jingle bells, shotgun shells, I want some yummy pie. I don't have any pie, I'm sorry. And it's also not quite Christmas yet. So this is our lovely car. And that is Otter, I think? Otter, did a police officer come by here? Yeah, he was on a bike. It was kind of odd, it was pink. Did you talk to him? Yeah, a little. Did you say anything suspicious? So, as I mentioned, we have a box of handgun ammo here, but since we have more than one magazine of ammunition with us, we can pick up more. Now, first, an interesting little tidbit here. You see this police ID, right? It says Mara Forest, that's us, and the ID number is 05061. And I mentioned this when I started playing the game, but now that we actually have some doubt that maybe we forged this ID, let's look at this report. Now this was sent to the Atlanta Police Department, and here we see that Edward Crow went missing. Alright, last known whereabouts, the Crow Country Estate, so right here. That's him. Now, it was reported by Natalie Crow, who is his daughter. We actually met her. And it was reported to Officer Detective Harrison James, who is the police officer who actually appeared here, or caught up to us. And look at those numbers, 05061, that is the same ID number as the one on our ID. Why? It rather seems like that we slashed his car tires, stole the files, stole the ID, and somehow faked it. I'm not sure exactly how. I don't think that I can inspect these items, so I can't take a closer look at this ID, unfortunately. But hey, so far we don't know if we are guilty of anything, so let's say that we are not. Now let's start that investigation, or rather continue it. We already checked these. Now, as I said, there are multiple reasons why I want to look through this place. First, maybe we find some guns. I also want to check all of these notes and such, because we are collecting tips and notes throughout the game. You can actually find them in really nice books in the safe rooms, which I really like as an idea. And since I obviously want to find them all, I just want to double check that I didn't miss any. It's a diagram of a video game controller. Right there, really nice. We have tank controls and modern controls. By the way, I'm using the modern controls. if anyone is interested. I can check this from the pause menu too. Lovely. So you see, you find these megabyte magazine tips and tricks, and they are all numbered. You can see this is number 1. And we have quite a few. Now, all the trash cans can also be searched, but I already searched this one, so no need to do that. And here, we go in for some battle. Oh, yes. These annoying little buggers are here as well. I think they spray you with some sort of a gas, but I'm honestly not sure. I like to dispatch them as soon as possible. I'm so good at this. It's almost unbelievable. Already searched it. This is number 3. Now, indeed, it would be extremely useful if all the notes and tips were in an order of sorts, right? You find them in their numbered order. However, that is not the case, not even close. And that is a gas mine, if I'm not mistaken. What are you doing, girl? There. Let's reload. I think I already found this. It's a backpack, but it's empty. And that is a creature. I think headshots actually deal more damage, but the problem is it's extremely difficult to get a headshot because their head is usually out of frame, and as you can see, they are ever so annoying. It is possible to go around them, indeed, but I wouldn't want to let them just walk around me all willy-nilly. Are you dead? I think that's a yes. And indeed, you can use up quite the ammunition amount. What's this? Some kind of a dead animal. I think there was another one. Oh yes, right there. Oh, and another tea break for us. Hopefully nothing will attack us here, right? Look at that. Nice tea. So refreshing. And obviously, stretch, it's important to keep our posture in check. It's a telephone that we can't use. Well, we can, but we don't have anyone to call. And here you can see that we can shoot boxes and jars and all kinds of containers throughout the game, hoping that we will find something inside of them, like a box of handgun ammo. Quite useful stuff. Now, I left some of them around, but now I think I will break them all. Now, this is a fortune-telling machine. It says 10, because I think you can ask them 10 times. And I feel like it is a kind of a hint system in the game, but I don't feel like I need a hint. I can do it myself. And that is one of those jars I mentioned. And that is a grenade inside of it. I really feel like I wouldn't need to say this, but if you have a grenade inside of a jar, let's not dwell on how it got there. But Shooting the jar with a gun is 100% not the safest option you have. Now we have this barrel here, and I think I will use that barrel to my advantage. Oh, you pesky thing. I don't know if I can get a trophy for blowing their heads off, but I will try my best. And did you notice me? No, you didn't. Okay. I don't have any change on me. No problem. Let's use our trusty kick. Wait for it. Nothing. Sometimes it works. Sometimes. Whoop. Wow, your posture is odd. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's use this barrel. Again, I can't exactly look up, so where the enemy is, your guess is as good as mine, as they say. Oh yeah, that's exactly not where I wanted to aim. Come on. Beetle? Kinda looks like a beetle to me. Okay. Uh-huh. I never said that they are necessarily smart enemies. Uh-oh. Ah, come on. At least I hope it hurt you a bit. I think it did. Come on, blow up. Oh, you don't want to? Come on, blow up. No. Would we mean to add ammo for a never added weapon? It is possible. It would be certainly a surprise. Now let's reload. We have one magazine. Now here we have this button and these buttons, and that helped us to turn around this scroll. However, we need a battery for this scroll, and we don't have that. For this, I think we need a long cylindrical rod-shaped item. Or as the developers worded it, there's a hole for something to be inserted. I'm not sure what. I saw other people play the game and don't remember shotgun has to mean nothing. Maybe there isn't shotgun. But we also have fuel for a flamethrower, and I haven't found that either, so who knows. So we are here and we have 4 doors, so let's check those 4 doors. This one needs a bronze key, and we actually have a bronze key, so let's go in there. It's interesting that in the beginning, because we had so many locked doors, so many different items that in theory we needed to progress, I felt like this is a really linear game. So you go to the only place you can, you find one item that opens one door, then you go there, and so on. But interestingly, as you play and get your hands on certain things, more and more of the world opens up, or rather the park, and you can go in whatever order you want, so you have a bit of free will if you want to call it that. Well, let's go to the train station. Not what I envisioned, but okay. Ooh, what's that? It's a ring-bound book. It's a collection of staff memos, indeed. So these are the ones that we found. I think 40 is the highest number, at least that is what we have. And no, we don't have all, because we have 1, 2, and then we have 4 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then sometimes we are skipping multiple numbers. So those are the notes. This is a magazine. A collection of video game tricks. So these are the tricks we find. They are kind of tutorial parts and some tips about how you can take care of certain enemies or solve puzzles. They are quite generic in nature. However, I do remember that this old school game is so old school that I needed to take some notes myself. So let me find my notes here. I know they are somewhere here on a piece of paper. Here it is. And indeed, I know I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in theory. Indeed. Then we have 10, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now I guess there are 20 in total, and indeed I keep track of them because maybe I will get a trophy, who knows. It's a portrait. Okay. Is that Mr. Crow? Douglas Pike, the builder. I'm not sure if that's an important tidbit, but alright. Is this Mr. Crow's daughter? It's a portrait. Natalie Crow, Autumn's child. Maybe that will be important. Now, oh, what's that? Now, I like that in the game, everything is explained that whenever you have to shoot something to get to an item or open something, the game says that you can open those items for the price of 1 bullet, which is an interesting idea, that in this game bullets are kind of a currency, not to the degree of how Metro 2033, I think, went about it, but it's still a resource that is scarce to a certain degree. But hey, if you use up 1, you get 8. And that's a really good exchange, and it's interesting that because of the different containers, with the jar, you could see what's inside of it, so it's a clear trade. With the box, it's more of a gamble. It's a portrait. Tallman, the mole. Now, what does that mean? A mole. Now, in one way, that could be referencing the animal, in which case maybe he worked on tunnels or such. Or maybe it is the secondary meaning, that is a spy. And I think that is Mr. Crow. Look at that glow on the chin. Edward Crow, the trailblazer. Okay. Now, by the way, I know that I've been walking across the train tracks here all willy-nilly. So I have to say it, whenever you are trying to cross train tracks, don't forget to look left, look right, and then go across, if you don't want to end up as a fine paste. It's a little train gate. The Earl of Edgecumber. That's an odd place. Isn't that adorable? It is a sleeping schmoozer. They are really, really nice creatures, but you have to be ever so careful not to wake them. A fine steam engine, beautifully combining the Arabella and Bernadette design styles. I have no clue what those are. But, alright. What's this? It's a little train gate. The Duke of Farnham, 1927. A handsome steam engine, stylishly combining the Arabella and Delia design styles. And there's a button on both sides. Alright. I feel like there will be a puzzle here. There's a sign. Orion's Odyssey, 1935. Our grandest steam engine, elegantly combining all 4 design styles. During the war, it was used by the military to carry artillery. And as you can see, it's still carrying ammunition and a really nicely placed grenade. Oh goodness. Let's see what's here. It's a page from a magazine. 14. That's new. There's no reason you have to defeat enemies, but if you leave them, you may have a harder time traveling around later on. Indeed, so that's one of the parts of the game why it's a bit interesting. It doesn't necessarily want you to have a really difficult experience or a really horrifying one. I would say that it is a kind of cozy survival horror game. If I had to compare it to something that I already played on stream, I would say maybe Dredge, even though that game has even more of an emphasis on just the eerie atmosphere and not really any horrifying mutants attacking you. But in this game you don't necessarily have to fight anything. You can just go around and solve puzzles. The monsters or creatures, they are just sort of there. But you are never forced into a confrontation other than maybe some boss fights. And what's that? I see you. It's a curtain. Let's pull it. It's a notebook. Tolman's Records, March 23rd, 1988. I think that was before the accident. The intruder is contained in the lab. Boss is calling him the guest. I told him that was in poor taste, but it stuck. So indeed, the guest, the first one who appeared out of nowhere, I think, offered guest food and water. He took no notice of either. I can't begin to describe what's wrong with him. Boss doesn't want to call an ambulance. He doesn't want to call anyone. I suggested we shut down all root excavation just until we work out what's happened. Boss says we can't shut down just yet, so the machines are back on. I have a bad feeling. I think we're about to make things worse. So, as I mentioned, there is some sort of a gold mine scheme happening here in the background. I'm not necessarily sure what, but they were digging here and they found some roots, and I think, or at least it is suggested, that whatever is happening around here is somehow connected to those roots. What's that? It's a staff memo. The computer system in both the railway room and the dungeon no need the security disk to access. Yes, I know, it's inconvenient, but these are the new regulations. Now indeed I found the computer in the dungeon, however I don't have that disk. It's a curtain and that is a PC. It's a computer. Access denied. There's a slot for a disk, however I do not have a disk. And that will be our save point, is the sun. The fire is crackling softly. Staring into the flames, I feel something. It's a curious mixture of hope and dread. Maybe everything will be okay. And maybe it won't. This is our 4th save actually in the game, and this is yet another save room. Now, why this is interesting is because I assumed that this is a puzzle. This is the train room, so let's try to open these. Yeah, press the button. Uh-huh. Well, let's try to open this one. Now here's the interesting part. While the gate is up, I cannot move the character, meaning I cannot jump in front of the train or anything like that. Odd. But hey, we have a new save point or save room, which is nice. And now out into the wild places. We have the toilet as well. And I think there was one toilet stall that I couldn't open. Look, I clearly remember being here before and there was no chandelier on the top. So where the fuck did that come from? Alright. We actually have a lamp. You're dead? You better be. Let's see. A hand dryer. My hands are already dry. I don't care. It's such a soothing noise. Yes, I remember turning off the tap here. That's open. It's a toilet. I don't need to go right now, thankfully. That's good. Oh yes, I need something to get this item from a pile of old bones. I don't know if I have anything that could do that. Oh, it's a magazine. The Beyond magazine about the sighting of something unnatural in Crow Country. And actually, the person who made this photograph is the same author who is now in our car. He actually came back to make a better photo since people did not believe that the photo was real. Yes. Doesn't look like anybody cleaned it in a while. Yes. Now this I think was closed, but now it's open. And I guess this is where the creature came from. It's covered in blood. It smells so bad. Oh my god. Okay, well, that didn't help us much. But we learned that even a chandelier can have a crush on us. It's good for your self-esteem, not so much for your health. Yes, I'm injured, so let's look at our inventory and let's use up a large medkit this time. Yes, I am all alright. I will be bandaged up like a mummy by the time we are done here. I think this is closed from the other side, indeed. And this needs a silver key. Yes. And we opened these two. Well, we actually opened only that one. This was already open. So let's check it. We might run into some new creatures or maybe something that we can do around here. the fairy tale town. Now this is an interesting piece. It's a code 2106. I think it's written in blood. Is it a code for something? Indeed, it might be a code for something. However, what is odd about it is the fact that on most of the keypads that you can use, there is no 0 button. So how can it be a code? Now this was the puzzle with the swans. We have a newspaper here that I do believe is containing an article about this theme park, a staff memo that helped us fix this, or rather solve this puzzle, a hole in the fence that we used, a wheel, and interestingly we can redo everything. I'm not sure why. And another staff memo about the eggs. But we already finished this little mission and I don't think we need to do anything else. We actually got the chain from here. So let's see what else is around. I haven't seen anything even remotely looking like a shotgun. It's concerning. So that was the swan boats, and we have the dig site. Now the dig site is a cross in this tiny house. Really well hidden, don't you think? And indeed we dug up something here, or rather they dug up something. Let's see if we can find anything of use. It's a bucket. It's full of rocks. Fantastic. It's a notebook. Oh yes, this was about how they contracted a company to do some digging, but they asked too many questions. Oh, it's a trash can. Oh, I already searched it. A bummer. Staff memo. Oh yes, the crank handle, but I already found the crank handle and I think I used it in all the places it is meant to be used. It's a bucket! It's full of rocks. It's a bucket! It's empty. It's another bucket! It's also empty. Crazy. A page from a magazine. 13, we already have that. Now, for example, here it says, consider that large enemies have more health when making decisions about which ones to fight and which weapons to use. That would suggest to me that there are multiple weapons. But I only have my pistol. And indeed, we used everything around here. It was quite a, I wouldn't say complex puzzle, but it required quite a lot of things to pull up this chain, and we picked up a mask from it that is right here, and we will use it soon. But apparently there's nothing here. So let's continue. It's a long tunnel. Now, I won't blow up that barrel. Oh, ho, ho, I see you. I see you. And I also see you. Even though these are actually good against enemies, so let's keep it for the time being. Number 6, we have number 6. I think this opened its mouth. It wasn't like that before. Here we had a keypad with numbers, but again you can see it's only from 1 to 9. There is no 0, and we found the code to that earlier on. And that's a vent. That's empty. Uh-oh. Now let's try to get you to step into this lovely bear trap. You see, bear traps are fascinatingly cruel objects, since the idea is that the bear trap is strong enough to cut through the flesh and skin of the bear, but not the bone, meaning that it gets stuck where it is in tremendous pain. Ow! No, 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 no. Ow! That worked brilliantly. Yup. Ow. You deserve that. Well, I'm in critical condition, that's no good. Huh. Nothing a bit of a medkit can't fix, right? I mean, I just blew up an explosive barrel onto me. I got attacked by an oversized gore beetle, and I also stepped into a bear trap. Wasn't the best day. Yes, it is the Polaroid camera. And there you can see these creatures. And this is our way to the ferry, which is a bit longer, but we can check. First we have a puzzle room. Okay. Let's reconsider our options here. Real quickly. How do I throw a grenade again? Square. Okay. Let's try not to get murdered here. There you go. I hope it blew up. Does it also blow up if I leave the room halfway? Or do I get my grenade back? I'm really not sure. I don't have my grenades, so I really hope it blew up on them. I don't have another one, so... Oh my... This is... not good. Not at all. Well... I think I saw some bullets here. Oh no, this is where we found the mask. I didn't pick it up, I just put it in my inventory for now, I think. So back to the car. Hopefully nothing else spawns. I would like to clean out this part, but maybe that's impossible. But in theory, there are no traps that I missed. In theory. Okay, no enemies so far, that's good. Good sign. Hey Otter, I'm back. I almost died like twice. Don't you worry. Okay, let's reload. I'll be back later. I hope. If not, that means I'm dead. It could be a trophy that I shoot the birds, but I really don't want to hurt the crows. They are adorable. Okay. Now then. I'm back. How are you still even alive? I killed one, I think. Let's see what's here. It opened for some reason. I don't necessarily know why. But it looks like another puzzle to me. A page from a magazine. 8. That's new. Search each area carefully. Smaller items like antidotes and grenades can be easy to overlook. Yes, indeed they can be. It's a staff memo. Warning. I shouldn't have to say this, but for your safety and my sanity, please do not eat any of the mushrooms. Okay. It's a velvet rope barrier. It's blocking the way. Although I could easily move it, and that chandelier could easily fall on my head. Not to mention that gas mine right next to it. So I will first get some more ammunition. And that's what I meant by the game can be a bit repetitive if you are bad at managing your resources, and right now I kind of fell into that trap. But hey, a bit of backtracking never killed anyone, right? Not exactly true, but it won't kill me. Hopefully. Hello there, Arthur. Don't mind me. I should really start picking up more ammo, but I'm sure it will be fine. No, it won't be. Now. Let's find some more ammunition. And let's check that mushroom. Nah. Not there. Here. Right into the mushroom. Now, first of all, we open this. Lovely. Then we shoot at the chandelier. Then we shoot at the mine. That's a bit finicky. Okay, never mind. The mine can stay. Alright, let's move it. Alright. We are still alive. This is one interesting place. Oh, hello. Oh, it's the Mushroom King. My apologies for breaking in like this. And maybe now I can get a clean shot. Or more ammunition. Thank you. It's a mushroom on a plate. The veritable Lord Amanita Bishporigera. Amanita is actually a kind of mushroom. There's a name on the place card. No, I wouldn't like to eat it. I was just warned about not eating them. Another mushroom on a plate. The renowned Sir Lentinula Edodis. Okay, so I think this puzzle will be about these mushrooms. The Honorable Mr. Amanita Phalloidis. It's a hanging scroll, alright. The esteemed lady Amanita Rubescens. The illustrious Miss Lepiota Brunel Incarnata. Just rolls off the tongue. The distinguished Mrs. Marshall. And the scrolls. Let's see the scrolls. It's a hanging scroll. By decree of His Royal Highness, the Monarch of Many Mushrooms, the court founds the following to be innocent and harmless. Blusher, Moral, Shiitake. Okay. By decree of His Royal Highness, the Monarch of Many Mushrooms, the court finds the following to be deadly and dangerous. Deadcap, Destroying Angels, Deadly Deperling. Well, I think the trick here is the names on the scrolls are the common names of the mushrooms, while these are the Latin official names, and somehow we should match them. Good question, how? Maybe His Royal Highness can help. It's the Mushroom King. Well, let's examine. There's a button on his head. Press the button. Mushroom King, I invited Lentinula Edodis to dinner. Alas, I find myself dining alone. I'm afraid the shiitake will be thrown to the pigs. Right. I think this will take quite a while, so let me take a sip. Alright, so he invited Edodis, but he is dining alone, and then he said that the shiitake will be thrown to the pigs. An interesting form of execution, I am assuming, for a mushroom. Now that would mean that the Adonis is the shiitake. Even though it is not listed under the dangerous ones, it is listed under the innocent ones, so I'm not sure why they would be punished, but maybe Adonis is the shiitake, and the idea is that he's talking about one mushroom at a time, just referring to them by two different names. Now let me see which one was that. Not this one. Not this one. I think this was Amanita as well. This is Amanita as well. Yes. So this, in theory, should be safe, because Edodis is the shiitake, and shiitake is on the innocent list. However, they will be thrown to the pigs for some other reason, which is putting me off here. Okay, what else do you have? I invited Amanita phalloides to dinner. Okay, we have another one. Now I won't just write Amanita because that appears in multiple names. So we have phalloides. Okay. Alas, I find myself dining alone. I'm afraid the death cap will be thrown to the pigs. So that is the death cap. And it seems it doesn't matter that they will be thrown to the pigs or not. What about the don't eat a mushroom message earlier? Or did I imagine it half asleep? Oh no, it is right here. It is right here. I should have to say this, but for your safety, please do not eat any of the mushrooms. However, I rarely ever follow guidelines such as that. And I feel like this is a puzzle, and interestingly, it is not marked as a puzzle. It should have a little circle. But hey, what's the worst that can happen? Well, I die of mushroom poisoning. Bisporigera. Okay, and they would be the Destroying Angels. Interesting idea. It's a fun puzzle. And again, one that I think you can read these messages on repeat. You can just ask the king indefinitely. But you need to either remember right away and eat the mushrooms, or you have to get a piece of paper and actually make notes, which I love. Because you are interacting with the game in a way. You are not just presented information. You also have to do something with that information and figure out what you need to do in what manner. I invited Lentinula edodes. Yes, we already know they are the shiitake. Yes. Okay, so they are kind of random. Rubescence. And they are the blusher. Next one. Bisporigera. We already have that. That is the Destroying Angel. Angels. My bad. Bisporigera. Yes, we just heard about that. The poor king is a bit confused. Rubescence. Yes, we also heard about that one. No, that's no good. I need more information. I know 2 of them being bad and 2 of them being good. But we have 3 good and 3 bad ones. Morshell. That's a new name. Morshella. The Moral. Okay. And then we are only missing 1. Edodes, we also already seen that. Phalloides, I think, yes. That is the death cap. Anyone else? Morshella, that is the Moral. I need the last one. Well, You don't necessarily need it. You can use the other 5 just to eliminate every possibility and find the last one. But I'm curious if the king will actually say that name as well. No, we already know this one. No, we already know this one as well. Your Majesty, the last one. Yeah, that's the one. Lepiota. Yes, I'm not even trying to note down the other version. That's no. So they are the deadly dapperling. Isn't that a nice name? Okay, we have all of them. So let's see, the good ones are the blusher, the moral, and the shiitake. Innocent and harmless. So let's look for the blusher. The blusher. Let's see what this is. Amanita rubescens. That is actually the blusher. Well, let's eat it. Wait. This could be dangerous. Yes, it could be. It's a really good opportunity for me to mention right now not to eat any sort of mushrooms if you are unsure of its origins. Always consult an expert because mushroom poisonings are really nasty. Okay, I'm not dead. That's a good starting point. Lepiota. Oh, that's no good. That is the deadly dapperling. I'm not eating that. Thank you. Morshella. That is the morale. That is good. Wait, this could be dangerous. Indeed, you are correct. And I'm still alive. This is the Amanita Bisporigera. That is the destroying angels. That's no good for our belly. This is the Lentinula edodes. That is actually the shiitake. And this, the Amanita phalloides, is the death cap. So the one we are looking for is this one. Lentinula edodes, the shiitake. Alright, let's see. Okay. I ate the 3 non-deadly mushrooms and I'm not dead. So that's a good start. But nothing happened. Did the game just trick me? It's possible. Because again, no puzzle was marked here. What's happening? No, I am not moving like a half-dead zombie because of the mushrooms. That is because I got into a few fights. But I'm okay now. So we checked the mushroom place and nothing happened. Okay. Yes, we already have this. This is about the tree fairy and we already got through the tree fairy. Except I can't because there's an ever so annoying creature there. But hey, we can check the rest of the place. I see you. And I see you as well. Barrels are more often empty than not. I'm curious if I can destroy this one. No, I can't. This was the node that Orter left, the code of the tree lady. This is the one we used actually. Okay, I think we have enough ammunition to go back here and hopefully kill this creature. I already killed one, and it already almost killed me. Oh shit. Okay. Oh. Ho 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 ho. Oh ho 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 ho. I see you. I see you. Okay. So this was the lake, the fairy pond. And we actually solved this puzzle with the pump and everything. So we don't have to worry about this. However, we might have missed something in the corners in the dark. You never quite know. Is this the way to the office? I'm not sure. I don't quite remember. I'm not sure who's setting these, but it's annoying. What? How did you get here? Yes, I already searched this. Yes, so this is about the trident that we actually found, but I don't know how or where to use it. I think there's something in the corner there. I can see it. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I just don't know how to get there. It's a wall. I can hear something behind it. I just don't know how to use it. I tried to blow it up with a grenade. It didn't work. There's a panel in the wall. Yes, indeed, there is something here. Oh, it's a model of a crow with robot parts. It's a robotic crow. Read the note. The very last time I went to the theater with Ophelia, we saw an action movie about a cybernetic man from the future. I didn't really get it, but she loved it. She wouldn't stop talking about it. I got to work designing this cyborg crow since I thought she'd like it. I was going to propose it to Edward as a new themed area of the park. After I lost Ophelia, I shelved the project. Well, let's look closer. I think the eye is made from a laser sight that I could use on my weapon. Let's take it. Magnum laser, secret found. Wow, we found a laser and a secret for a Magnum that I don't have. It's not even in my inventory. Okay. This is just a panel or a part of the wall. I already took the laser sight out of his eye socket. Okay. It's a fire extinguisher. Nothing is on fire yet. If I have a say about it. So something is certainly hidden here. I just don't know what. So it's a good thing that I cleaned out this place. The fairy from the tree. Thanks for your help. The fairy was so far a really, really kind and helpful character. So far, once again, we have done a lot of things and accomplished pretty much nothing. Mushroom, theater. I'm not going to the theater just yet. Oh, number 9. How did I leave this? I was missing number 9. You see, that's why you have to double check everything. Read the step memos posted on walls around Crow Country. In every save room there is a book containing all the step memos you've read so far. But thank you so much for pointing that out. This is 4, we already have this, and this I do believe will be 3, yes, we already have that. And that is a barrel. Once again, empty. And I think this is a cigarette machine, but I'm not allowed to smoke. I still don't understand why she says that when, based on the ID we have, she is an adult. It's a window. I can't see anything through it. Oh, that's because it's not real. Honestly, I feel silly for even trying. It's a fake window. It's just a sheet of orange plastic. Obviously. Look, it was worth a try. It's a window. It's just a sheet of orange plastic. Obviously. Yes, this is to the office. You see, there are these little hidden things like checking the windows and such. It reminds me of Distrained, how you don't need them to get through the game, but it makes the game also fun to look for them. What the heck are you? I'm gonna shoot you right here. Uh-oh. No, no. No, no. I'm running out of bullets again. Let's go this way. Let's see if we can find something. Now this leads to a safe room, and actually this was the first one that I found. I'm not sure who's putting up these chandeliers, but it's amazing that someone is still working here. Oh, I see ya. It's a staff memo. I'm not sure why this is important. I know it's about a fire marshal visit. It's a large metal door. I'm not a delivery truck, so I can't go through here. Good point. Yes, this is about the cute little house where we can access the dig site. Fragile wooden crates. Yes, this is the gold. It's full of rocks. Each one is embedded with pieces of shiny metal. Is this a crate full of gold ore? Indeed, we even find where they are created. It's a vent. Is there something inside? Well, maybe we can shoot the vent and it will open. No, it won't. And I wonder why I'm running out of bullets all the time. No wonder. It's a bookshelf. It's a staff memo. I already used this. It's a magazine with all the magazines we already have. That's the save point. Oh, ho ho, I see ya. Are you serious? It's a round ring-bound book. Staff memos. It's a notebook. Yes. Come on, give me some bullets. Yes! Ha 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 ha! Luck is on my side. Thank you, Lady Luck. It's an ashtray. I'm surprised this whole place hasn't burned down. Yet. Yes, that's actually a gold solid gold cylinder there, as we learn later on. And more bullets for me. Thank you. And this lovely thing, it's a cabinet. There's a keypad down here. But once again, it doesn't have a 0. We already have 10. Alright, I guess I will save because honestly I don't want to lose my progress, and I got into a few hairy situations here and there. Now, let's see what else can we do. Yes, we can go back and actually clean out this area as well. I'm back with more bullets. Right there. Good. Good. Can I keep your head? Apparently no. Yes, this is the new... Well, it was supposed to be a new area of the theme park, except it never got built. Wait for it. Nothing. And in theory, this is where Arthur came into the park. Yes, this is about the gold scheme. But I guess we're pretty much done with this part. Except for the theater. That is an interesting place. I think we have... Whoop! Yes, we have a puzzle here. But we are not alone. Oh shit. Ow! Yes, I know there's a button. Uh-oh. Why am I stuck here? You little... Can I blow up that fire extinguisher? Let me try with my amazing aim. I don't think so. Okay, let's try to aim at the creature. What are you doing? Stop jumping around. It's pretty difficult to aim like this without you jumping around. Okay, let's use a small medkit. I'm using up so many medkits. Oh, that was just him blowing up. That's fine. Okay, it's a pulley. I think I already used the pulley. Can someone from maintenance please varnish the Ocean Kingdom storage room door? Not fire safe. I think I will need to start a fire later or sooner. I'm just not sure how. Nothing is on fire. Already searched it. Can't do anything with that. Can't do anything with that. I have no one to call. The Seven Seas mermaids use the same kind of battery as the giant crow, which might be important for us later. It's a tank, it's full of water. What could I possibly put into it? I'm not sure. Why is there a spot there that is lighter? Was there something there before? Maybe another poster, who knows? It's a valve. And I think if I open this valve, then the water will start raining down the ferry. Is the ferry? Hello, thank you for helping me before. I never have found that bronze key without you. And I might need your help for the silver key as well. Now let's see what else we have here. It's a set of stairs. Well, let's go down on that set of stairs. It's a locker. Already checked this one apparently. Good to know. Ah! Let me guess. No, I'm poisoned. Well, at least I can use the antidotes for something. Sneaky little trap. Already checked this one as well. Already checked this one. It's a notebook. Yes, these are the other creatures. Not allowed to smoke, still. Staff memo. Yes, this is how to get access to the crow, you little... I think this opened this door. That was close. Already checked this one as well. Variety of cleaning products. It strongly smells of bleach. And yet there's still a dark stain on the floor. I wonder, what were they trying to clean up? Blood would be my guess. And I'm out of bullets again. It's a letter. Yes, the legal summon to Mr. Crow, I do believe it was. Goodness. Where am I even on the map? I don't know if I have this part of the... Oh, I do have it. Wondrous. Oh yes, there is a lift here, right? It's an elevator. Fatal error. Nothing happened. It must be broken. Oh, and that's the corner where the daughter was puking out her guts. Crow moved the electric battery charger to the southeast underground level. Wondrous. If only I knew where that is. But I guess we only have one thing to do, or only one option. And that is to go back for more bullets. I know it's ever so bothersome, but I need my bullets. I just run out of them ever so quickly. The enemies really eat through my ammunition. But hey, we cleaned out this entire part and we found some interesting things. Only problem is we didn't really achieve much when it comes to progress. But everything is nice and clean, which is preferable. Don't worry, Otter, I just ate some mushrooms. I'm sure I'll be fine. Let's reload. It's quite amazing how with such a relatively small area You can make such a long game experience just by sending the player back and forth. Well, let's go here actually. Let's look through what we have in this area. So this is Haunted Hilltop. And that's a trap. I'm not blowing up that barrel just yet. I see ya. I see ya. And I say, see ya later. Already searched this. She's still ever so vigilantly knocking on that door. And this is actually what we opened with the mask that we found. It's interesting that the mask is here, yet at the same time it is in our inventory. But I guess the inventory more like shows that we had or acquired that item. It's a wooden notice board. There's nothing of interest. Yes, I think I got the map from here. I can't do much with the dungeon yet. I need the CD for the PC there. Handgun ammo came out. Nice. Yes, indeed. You see, there's a PC in the dungeon. That's totally normal, right? Don't worry, birdie. Yes, I already have the crank handle. I already searched this. An animatronic bird. I already did my job here. It's a bike. This is Harrison James's bike. Indeed. What are you? 15 I was missing. That's why you look around. The glass bottles with red caps can be broken open at the cost of a single handgun bullet. As I mentioned, the game loves to word it like that. You can see what's inside the bottle before you choose to break it. But let's see what is in Witchwood. It's a tent made of sticks. It's open. Let's climb in. Oh goodness. Let's not go there. Alright, I already did this part, except I ran out. That's where I got the trident. I almost forgot. And now it's filled with those lovely creatures, and I'm not sure if I want to fight them again. Well, let's see if the detective is here. Don't worry about me just going around shooting at random things. It's a window. It's not real. It's just a picture. It hasn't rained in a while, actually. So once again, we have this fortune-telling machine. We have the images, the paintings, they were hints. What's this? It's a box of handgun ammo. Really? I thought that was a book. Well, thank you. We already have 16. Now we have the bookshelves. They are tricky. The clock I already did. The painting of the demon, we got the egg-shaped ruby from there, I think. Yes, here the clock. Maintenance. Yet another fake window and an opening that we can climb through, and I think we will end up in the same spot where I was earlier next to the office, which is nice. But be careful. We never know what's lurking just beyond the corner. Already checked this one. 20. I already have 20. Actually, I think I have all except for 11. And that's the chandelier that stopped me from going this way. And that's the box I couldn't break because I was out of ammo. But no, I had plenty of ammo. Now what's this way? I will get framed for this, will I not? Mr. Detective! Oh shit. He's dead. I will totally get framed for this. I guess he shot himself. Okay, let's try to make it look like an accident. Right, that's a good idea. Should I call the police? I mean, he was the police, so I'm not sure. There's a handgun lying next to him. You know, that's a murder weapon, but it's also a free gun. I'd better not touch it, but like, is it a good weapon? Okay, I'm leaving it there, I'm guessing. Now let's see what we have around here. It's a staff memo. Edward had his office door electrified. Decently high voltage too. I turned off all the mains power, but the door was still electrified, so I think he must have hooked it up to a generator somewhere in the underground level. Okay, so we will have to go to somewhere in the underground area. Ooh, ammo, don't mind if I do. Anything here? Lots of images of ladies in bikinis. Lots of vacations on the beach, I'm assuming. What is this? It's a miniature model? What's this? It's a model of the Crow Country Park. Looks like there are 4 main areas and a few smaller sections around the outside. I like it. It's a nice idea. What's that? It's a bottle containing an antidote. Well, thank you. This obviously wasn't here, so no one will know. It's a staff memo. The following doors are now logged electronically. Dungeon, Mermaid, Cyclops, Wolf, Serpent, Crypt, Ophelia. Yes, but I want to open them, and I guess I could open them through the PC that is in the dungeon, but for the PC I need some safety CD, and I don't have that. They can only be opened via the dungeon's computer terminal. You don't say. Well, I already knew that. I just need the CD. It's a filing cabinet. It's well organized. That's good. Let's read the file. Edward has pulled all the funding for Cosmic Future and we've halted construction. He said it was just a temporary delay, but I can tell when he's lying. So that was the part that is beyond the main alley that we walked along. That's the one with the building signs up. Something is seriously wrong with Edward. He looks sick, but at the same time there's a kind of maniac energy in his eyes. I asked Tallman about it, but he gave me the silent treatment. So whatever it is, I think they are in on it together. Again, I guess it's something to do with the roots with the guests. I tried to spy on Edward and Tolman during their meeting. It sounded like they were trying to talk to someone, a third person in the room, who wasn't talking back. But they were talking like how you talk to a baby or a young child, speaking slowly, using simple language. What is going on? Alright. That's a TV. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't step on the dead detective. You know, you wouldn't want to leave footprints, right? Now let's see this TV. There's a videotape in the slot. Oh, so old school. Press play. Pike, this is a message for Edward Crow from Douglas Pike. Edward, we've been friends for over 30 years. You entrusted me with the running of your theme park, a task I have relished. You have always shown me kindness and always paid me well for my work. However, I can no longer remain silent. Edward Crow, your crimes have not gone unnoticed, nor will your sins go unpunished. As for Elaine Marshall, I hope she never forgives us, for none of us deserve it. Goodbye. That's the end. I guess turn it off. That didn't really help much, but alright. Well, we learned a whole bunch of things that we kind of already knew, and we found a dead guy. And that's not good. But I'm not sure if he shot himself. Really don't think so. I think he was shot by someone and the gun was just left there to look like it was an accident or a suicide. Now this place is where the guest was. I think I already read this one. Oh no, wait. Maybe I confused. Oh yes, maybe I confused the parts. This leads to the dungeon, doesn't it? Yes, through the Iron Maiden. Absolutely wondrous idea. I love it. How nice. I don't want a chandelier on my head, thank you. So these are closed electronically, but I can't do anything about them because I still don't have the CD for the computer. We need a disc, and I don't have the disc. And as such, we are back in the haunted forest. I don't really have many leads to go on. Well, let's check here in the tomb. We know indeed that this tomb can be opened through the PC as well. Oh! You pesky freaking thing. If any of the kids have trouble disabling the trap, yes, this was for the trap here. Oh, that's a medkit, thank you very much. It's a drain. It's clearly not working. This whole place will probably be flooded soon. Yes, that was much more unnerving to read while the doors were closed. It's a handle, I already destroyed that. Oop. What do you mean, what's that? What's that? I don't know. It's a box of handgun ammo. Okay. But I certainly did not see that, but thank you. Now, this is another safe room. I left the shotgun in the submarine. Okay, we have to get to the submarine apparently. The video game tricks or tips, let's see. We should have all of them except for 11. Yes, good. This is once again a letter between the owner of the park and someone whom he was working on this gold scheme. It's a coffee machine. I don't drink coffee. Good thing too, since I don't think it's working. Field trips. Yes, this was a hint to how you can open the manor. A few lovely photos. It's a vent. Is there something inside? I'm still curious how I can open those. I opened this, the metal safe. But why is there an arrow there? The year Solina died. Oh, okay, because the book's title is a hint at the code of the safe. Cell. So here's the cell of the guest. My apologies, I confused the two places. It's a notebook about how they are running some tests on this guest. And apparently this is where that little girl I mentioned earlier who had an accident found the guest. I already unlocked the cell door. Okay, so easy to open. Yes, it is. Okay. I don't think there's anything here except it mentions about the bed that it has the strong smell of bleach. It smells strongly of bleach. That would explain all the cleaning supplies that we found earlier. And we have this thing. And that's about it, so... We have the dungeon, but for the dungeon we need the CD. For the theater, I don't really know what I need. For Crow's office, I need to turn off the... the electricity. There is something next to the Crow's lounge that I have no clue how to access. Oh, wait, I just realized. You see, I'm here in the utility corridor, right? Right next to it, there's a red square there. That is a locked door. And I thought for the longest of time that there's some creature banging on this door. But we know what's on the other side of this door. The lady! So let's open this. I think it operates the latch, indeed. You just have to look at the map and you realize you indeed went around. Finally! Hey, how did you get inside? I went around. Yeah, I went through the crypt. There was this tombstone puzzle and the shotgun and this ticking clock. It was complicated. Okay, I didn't ask for your life story. Hey! Oh, sorry. I'm just kidding, you did good, alright? Oh, there's work to be done. Wonderful, who are you? Why are we looking at the the photos of women in bikinis? Oh, sorry. What are you doing? Yeah, I think this is the bad spot. You know, I'm starting to like you. The best spot for what? I assume he uses that elevator, so he'll see it for sure. What elevator? Are you talking about Edward Crow? Yeah. Hey, would you help me out with something? Will it get me killed? I guess I'm agreeing to it. Sure, what do you need to do? I need to clear off these tables and then lay out some documents. Can I keep the posters and the magazines? It won't take a minute. You didn't answer my question. That will do, thanks for the help. So where are the posters? Okay, let me see. It's a newspaper. The Atlanta Globe, July 1988, that is when the theme park closed. Incident at local theme park. Parents Luke and Patricia Marshall decided to take their daughter Elaine to a local theme park for her 15th birthday. For a moment I thought that this woman was maybe the girl's mother, but I don't think the names are matching. Crow Country, named for its owner, one Edward Crow, is a small amusement park found only a few miles southeast of Atlanta. It's fair to say that it's been fairly popular with locals, but never really drew in the big crowds of some of its larger competitors. The Marshall family were walking through the haunted hilltop section of the theme park when Eileen became separated from her parents. Around half an hour later, Eileen reappeared. She was visibly very upset, and a patch of blood marked the front of her t-shirt. Okay, so she survived. I don't think we actually learned what the incident was really up until this point. It seems Eileen had wandered into a restricted section of the park and encountered something or someone very dangerous. Yesterday, Atlanta Central Radio got a direct quote from Eileen herself, speaking from her ward at Westview Hospital. There was a man in a cage. Yes, indeed. So apparently she wasn't hurt. It's a photo. I guess that would be the girl. It's a medical report. Patient Eileen Marshall, date of birth 0705-1973. Injuries, wound across the stomach and chest. Okay, so she did get hurt. It wasn't just someone's blood on her shirt. Not healing due to bacterial infection. Attempts to identify the nature of the bacteria are still ongoing. Suspected cause of injury, attacked by a wild animal. Unsubstantiated claim by the patient that she was attacked by a person. Treatment. Ongoing treatment of bacterial infection. Currently no improvement shown. Notes. Patient also complains of ongoing headaches and queasiness. Further treatment pending legal agreement between Marshall family and the third-party financier, Dr. Margaret Fielding, Atlanta Westview Hospital. Why do I think that she died? It's a business card. Julie Barron, loyally feared lawsuit attorney. So I see. So obviously the family decided to press charges against the park and more specifically Mr. Crow himself. Now we found multiple letters from the court urging Mr. Crow to actually appear on these court hearings, but I guess he didn't care. And so this attorney took things into her own hands and decided to scare Mr. Crow a bit. Welcome, Zev. Thank you for the daily brick. How are you today? How is your wisdom tooth, or rather, your lack of wisdom tooth doing? I see, so this elevator. It's an elevator. Fatal error. Nothing happening. It must be broken. It's getting better. That's good to hear. I'm happy to hear that. Oh, a reminder that the piano in the haunted manor is not to be used for casual playing. It's wired up to the walls and the whole system is pretty fragile. If you're not haunted manor staff, leave it alone. It's interesting that you find clues throughout the entire game, that they are usually placed near the actual puzzles, and it can help a lot. No, I actually figured out that puzzle already, but it is still pretty fun to see all of these little notes. For the attention of Edward Crow. Oh my, look at that! Watch streak reached! You are on a free stream streak! Congratulations! And look at you, sniffing around. Let me boop! I don't have the booping set up yet. I mean, maybe I could do something quickly. It won't be pretty, but hopefully it will work. Let me see. Boop, boop, boop. Where's the boop? No, this is not that. I don't even know how I added the boop before. Here it is. Oh, that's a big boop. That's a way too big boop. No. No, we need to do something about that. So first of all, let's... No, that's not better. First of all, let's flip this. No, that's a way too big boop. Let's make that nice and tiny. Okay, that's more adequate. And then you can try to boop my nose, and I can try to avoid it. Ow! My nose. No. My rhythm really sucks with this. No, not my nose. Ow! That was my eye. Stop it. Oh no. Thank you for the 100 bits. Oh, the dad is coming back to boop my nose apparently. I will have to set it up, both the boop and another redeem. I will try on the weekend because Next week I will once again have 3 streams if everything goes according to plans. So hopefully it will be enjoyable for the viewers to use some new redeems. Oh, and the hydrate, thank you ever so much. And the stretch. So nice. Nothing better than a nice cup of tea. Well, maybe a few things, but it's up there. That takes care of that. Hopefully he'll see it. While I'm here, I'm going to take a look in the cell. Did you go in? Yes. Yeah, there's not much to see. I mean, it's a cell, a bleached bed, and that's about it. Fair enough. Well, catch you later. Stay out of trouble, alright? I guess we will check on her in the cell. I see you found the chair. Well, here we are. Yeah. Wanna go in? The incident that closed down Crow Country. It happened right here. It's a good question why there's a cell in a theme park. Did you notice? It's been deep cleaned. Yes, everything reeks of bleach around here. Of course, that in itself is a form of evidence. The lack of any? I mean, if you want evidence, there's a dead I mean, nothing. Yeah, go on. You mean the fact that they had this room cleaned? It's proof that something happened? Something they want to cover up? That's actually pretty clever. Right, no smoke without fire, as they say. Are you implying that I should set this place on fire? No bleach without blood. Okay, that's an interesting saying for sure. Oh, that's good. I'm going to start saying that. Oh, you're getting bubble tea today? That's wonderful. I know you've been craving some bubble tea recently, but you couldn't have any, so I hope you'll enjoy it. It's okay, you don't need to stay. I'm sure you have places to be. No, I'm pretty okay here. Right. You're looking for Edward Crow, aren't you? Do you know where he is? No. I want to get into his office. It's in the northeast corner of the park, I think. Northeast? Sounds like you'll need to pass through the haunted manor. Yeah, I already did that. Right. Thanks, Julie. So apparently you were supposed to do this a bit earlier. Wanna go in? No? Alright. It was nice meeting you. I hope you don't die like that police or... I mean... this park. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's so dead. Like empty. Well, let's save. Also, it's interesting that the save file says Mora, being the name of the character, but we never play as anyone else. Or... will we? Oh, wonderful. What the heck are you doing here? Uh-oh. Never mind. Now you might say that I'm abusing the systems of this game. I'm saying I'm trying to stay alive. But come on. So this is the gold machine. As you can see, it turns the gold rods into little broken pieces and then mixes them with rocks, and then these are shipped, these synthetically made gold ores are shipped to South America in these big crates that we found. Eat the gold. I mean, I already ate some questionable mushrooms, so why not? Let's see if I can eat the gold. Yep, it's a pipe. It's a pipe. Golden tubes are falling onto the conveyor belt. Okay, maybe here these are more bite-sized. It's a conveyor belt. The gold has been broken up into little pieces. Leave it. Really? You never think like you want to pick up like a bit. Okay. It's a conveyor belt. Each rock is embedded with little pieces of gold. All I can do is leave it, apparently. A shame. And now here comes the big question. Where in the actual would I need to go? Let me see. These are the staff memos we found so far. Let's see if we can find something. Unrealistic, I would get all the gold. Yes, but look, here we are playing the good guy, girl character, so I mean, there is a chance that we are actually impersonating a police officer, and we kind of broke in here, and we're also shooting at all kinds of creatures, but we are not criminals. And let me see, this is the ventilator in the ferry pond, we already did that. The bronze key in the ferry pond, already have it. Okay, then I'm gonna do a Robin Hood. Oh, so you will take all the gold and give it to the poor? Tollman's office through the ferry pond. I guess I need a code for the keypad, and then what? I'm sure it was written down somewhere, maybe in Crow's Lounge. I already got through there. Yes, I'm the poor. You know, maybe that is a logical loophole. Which you are not exactly wrong there. I like your way of thinking. Let me see, the mechanical chain was indeed used to fix a broken swan's neck. Don't question that, we already got it. Not eat any of the mushrooms. Yeah, I might have not followed this one. The dig site is accessible through the cute little house, and the keyhole is in the mailbox. Already been there. The water filter was connected to the air ventilation system. Yes, this was in the Fairy Tree Pond area. We already did this one. Who took the Ocean Kingdom restaurant trident? That thing is expensive. And without it, we can't do the Happy Birthday Sea Monster song. That's terrible. Someone said they saw it in the Witchwood. I'd go check, but that place gives me the creeps, honestly. No, we've been there and we have the trident, but apparently now we have to go to the Ocean Kingdom restaurant. And I have no clue where that is. The crank handle, we already found that. And indeed we found the egg-shaped ruby inside the haunted manor that we used to stuff it into a swan's mouth. Yeah, it sounds weird if you say it out loud. Never mind. It was a puzzle. If a swan breaks down, just take the egg out of its wheel system. Yes, we already did that. The eggs are going missing. I think the kids are stealing them, but hey, you can use any egg-shaped item like we did. The computer systems in both the railway room and the dungeon now need the security disk to access, except I don't have the freaking disk. Please be careful around the Haunted Manor bookcases. Read the book titles carefully. In fact, it would be easier if you just didn't touch them at all, okay? So we have to go back there because I think there's something about that place. If you're doing maintenance in the Haunted Manor or trying to access Ocean Kingdom, you'll need a crank handle. Indeed, we already found the crank handle and we used it for maintenance in the Haunted Manor to wind up the clocks, but apparently we need it for the Ocean Kingdom. And I guess we are in this exact southeast utility corridor, and we opened the safe and it had something to do with the crypt indeed. The kids are stealing eggs and not the gold. Who raised them? Well, they don't know about the gold being here, I think. Depicting of alcohol in the mermaid cage, but it's not alcohol, it's corrosive acid in the bottle, and that's important, but I can't get in there just yet, but we will have some corrosive acid if we need it. And not alcohol, because that's terrible to see in a bottle. The elevators is in Tollman's office, but I can't get to Tollman's office, I guess, just yet. The piano in the Haunted Manor is indeed a puzzle. The shotgun is in the submarine. I guess that is once again in the Atlantic part. The clocks need regular winding, but you need the correct tool, which is the little crank handle. There's a button behind the panel on back of the wooden crow house. I know that, but we need the battery from the mermaids. Crow moved the electric battery charger to the underground level, but I can't access just that yet. The following doors are now locked electronically and you need the computer once again. The door is electrified and apparently it is hooked up to a generator somewhere in the underground level. Why do I think there will be a really big underground level under this theme park? Can someone from maintenance please varnish the Ocean Kingdom storage room door, or else just replace the door entirely? It's made from really old wood and it's starting to crumble. It's not exactly fire safe. I think we will start the fire. Yes, the 7 Seas mermaids use the same kind of battery as the giant crow that we will need. To get into the ferry pond area you have to say this out loud. We did that. The fire marshal was here this morning. She said the following rooms are due for inspection. She also said we need to replace the Ocean Kingdom storeroom door. Indeed. Again, that's important. The rest, I don't know if it's really important, but this one I do think. Also, the crow's lab underground. So the fire marshal just kind of went down to the underground laboratory, said everything is okay and left. That's not part of the theme park, or is it? Failed trips. Yes, this is the Haunted Manor with how you can open the door. And this is the puzzle in the crypt. And that's all. This was a trick or tip how to open or solve the puzzle. But apparently that shotgun that was in the puzzle is a fake one, which is kind of good that they didn't put a real one in a puzzle with kids being around, but still, I would like a real shotgun if it is possible. So, let's go. We have to find somewhere, somehow, the entrance to this Ocean Kingdom. Ooh, I can see Zeph is already in the mood for some arson. And I feel like we will be committing some soon. Oh, for fuck's sake! Ow! Right. I did something. Now we have to fight our way through everything again. Wow, this one took quite a lot of bullets. Can I get some free bullets, please? Wait for it! Nothing. Oh my goodness! But I guess there was a reason for all the scattered ammunition throughout the entire park. And how nice, I'm already almost out of all the ammunition that I had. Nice. Sorry, I had to reload. Good. So the park is made up of 4 parts. One is the ferry, one is the haunted hill. What are the other 2? Okay, I'm going back to the car for ammunition, since I'm already here. And I will need it. I have no doubt about it. But I would be so very happy if I could find the last step. Since I'm only missing 1. Yes, because we only had 1 bullet left, I do believe we could stock up. Now, is there anything new? No. By the way, that police officer may or may not be dead. Oops. I had nothing to do with it. Before you start accusing me of such. I only shoot at disfigured creatures. Now, where is that? Where is that place? Wait, maybe this is it? I have to shove in my trident? Is that it? There's a hole for something to be inserted. Use item. Use trident. That doesn't work. Okay. The crank handle? Oh, so that's why they said you need the crank handle to enter this area, but it never said that this was the aquatic part. The crank is in place. Well, I guess we'll start to turn it. Those look way too spiky. Please tell me that this thing will not close. That's as far as it goes. Take it out. Really? But sometimes it's nice to leave it in for a while. You know, warming up. No? Okay. Okay, don't close on me. Fucking hell! I knew it. So this is the new part. Alright. The Ocean Kingdom. I love how the fishes are going around in circles. It's a lovely idea. Also, fun fact. Fish is a really interesting noun because the plural of fish is also fish. You only use fishes when you are talking about multiple species. So let's say that you have a cod and a catfish, then you can say the fishes. If it's only the one kind of fish, you would say fish. And also, the collective noun for fish is a school of fish. Kingdom and all the fish are depressed. Yeah, they are just going around in circles. Let's see the trash can. Let's reach in. A grenade. You say, as they say, one man's trash, another one's treasure. Oh, you little... Concerning, yes, it is. It is concerning how many times I walked into these freaking traps. And also the grenades. And what is this? Staff memo. I hid the golden key inside the fairy's head. That's great, but I need the silver first. Not the pond fairy, the theater fairy. Even if you break open the head, it's in a block of resin, so you'd need to melt it with something. Acid would work. Or perhaps fire. Oh, I got a few ideas there. Alright, let's look around carefully. It's a sign. It says warning. Oh, and the bear trap. Check if there is a snack in it. Oh yes, I may or may not have logged into one before, so I will try to skip it this time. Warning. Nemo's adventure is accessed by a 15-feet vertical ladder. Do not attempt to use the ladder if someone is already on it. Nemo's adventure is not suitable for young children, pregnant women, the elderly, or those with back problems or heart conditions. Okay, I know the shotgun is there. I'm just not sure if it's a good idea to go there. Oh, that's a cannon. I will just go around. Yes, give me bullets. Pregnant men are allowed though? Well, based on the warning, yes. More ammo, great. Give me ammo. It's an old cigarette machine. I'm not allowed to smoke. Still. It's a trash can. Let's reach in and... an apple core. Just trash, but... it's okay. It's a big metal door. It's not budging. Somehow I'm not surprised. It's a staff memo. Can we get someone to hook up the sprinklers in the theater to the main water supply? Currently it's just hooked up to the water tank. But it's not airtight, so it will eventually dry out. Yes, indeed it is only hooked up to a water tank, and I think that will be important for us later. Oh, that's what I need. It's a map. It shows the Ocean Kingdom. Let's take it. Nice place. The Seven Seas seems pretty gassy. What's that? It's a box of shotgun shells. I can't carry any more right now. I'm full of shotgun shells. Come on. What's that? It's a bottle containing an antidote. Well, thank you. Don't mind me. That shouldn't be in a barrel of a cannon anyway. An antidote, but I'm full. Don't mind me, birdies. It's a trash can. What treasure will we find this time? A soda can. It's a staff memo, another one. I noticed the acid bottle in the mermaid cage is pretty much empty. You could refill it from the acid tank, but I heard Chrome moved it down to the underground level. And no, I don't know what he's using it for. I didn't ask. Okay, so this will be a bit more complicated. Now, can I get something? Wait for it. Nothing. Alright, so I think we looked around here pretty thoroughly. Random grenade in a jar. And we have a few places we can go. And I'm going to Nemo's Adventure. Let's heal ourselves up to fine. Let's reload our gun. And go. It's a submarine. There's a ladder. 15 feet of it. Okay. Is this a save room? What's that? It's a medkit. I honestly thought this would be a boss fight for the shotgun. What's that? It's a large medkit. Well, thank you for that. It's a magazine. A collection of video game tips. Okay. What's this? It's a set of instructions. Rules of the sea. Octopus +2. Shark +6. Jellyfish -5. Dolphin -3. Pufferfish multiply by 2. Turtle reset to 0. Press the red button to reset your score. Okay. And I guess there's a red button. No, we are leaving it. Scary mat indeed. And that says 21 on the top. And this is a metal cabinet, and I think that's a shotgun. Safe number 21. The personal effects of Captain Nemo. There's something in there. Well, let's open it. It won't budge. Maybe there's a different way to get it to open. Oh, and we will be using these plastic guns, which is lovely because I don't want to waste the ammo. What's that? Box of handgun ammo. Lovely. It's a ring-bound book, I guess all of the staff memos, indeed. Handwritten letter. Hey Ed, how's things? I got your shipment. The system's all up and running. So this is about the gold scheme again. And the important part, I've lined up a major buyer for the gold. I had to put on a bit of a show when they visited the site, but I think I got away with it. So I think their idea or scheme is that they mine gold in Crow country. And then they break up those pure gold parts, or maybe they purchase the gold and they embed them in a rock, making it look like that it's a gold ore, which is not really how it would work, but let's go with it. Then they ship those gold ores as archaeologically important objects or something like that in crates to somewhere in South America, I think, where they purchased a gold mine, an old gold mine, but it wasn't working, and I think they want to make it look like that it's really a great mine and then sell it for a bunch of money. I had a thought about the rocks you're using for the ore. Do you think anyone over on my end would be able to tell it's not Brazilian? Oh yes, it is in Brazil. Like, they'd know it was from Georgia? Maybe I'm overthinking it. Indeed, so the rocks and the... I guess with the gold you couldn't tell where it's from. The rocks you could, based on their component. Marv. It's a television. It's not displaying anything. That's a great television. So here I guess I have to get 21 points in total. Now there was a note about how you can do it, but I want to try and do it myself, figure it out. So obviously we need to reach an odd number, 21. But the only ways to add to the number 0 is by the octopus or the shark, and that gives 2 or 6. So we cannot reach 21 easily. We need to subtract some from it. So let's say we go with the shark, that is 6. And then another shark, that's 12. and then we multiply by the pufferfish, and we take some out with the dolphin. But let's just try it. There's a red button. I don't need the red button, I think, because the red button is to reset your score. So I'm not sure if I can use any of the guns. It's a plastic gun. It's broken. Apparently I can only use this one. It's a plastic gun. I don't think it's working. Tried. Nothing. Are you kidding me? It's broken. And this is not working. Okay. What if I reset the number? Nothing happens. Bye bye ammo, yes. Yes, it really feels like that. So, let me see. I have to shoot the goodness, this will be a nightmare. Okay, that's 6. I think the octopus was 2. Okay, that's 8. Oh! It's a television. It's some information about the octopus. Narrator. This great Pacific octopus weighs exactly 1,825 ounces. Our brave marine biologist weighed him only this morning. Great Pacific octopi have an arm span of up to 14 feet. Watch out! And they typically live around 4 years in the wild. Not very long, is it? Okay, we are checking out all of them. Yes. Yes, I know, it's a waste of ammo. I'm aware. Let's see the shark. It's some information about sharks. The great white sharks grows up to 20 feet in length. They can weigh up to 5,000 pounds. They can live up to 70 years or perhaps even longer. And finally, they can swim at speeds of 16 miles per hour. Now, I do believe one of them reset everything. I think that's the turtle. Yes. It's some information about turtles. Sea turtles can measure between 4 and 7 feet in length. They can weigh up to 1,500 pounds. They can live up to 50 years or more. And finally, they can sometimes swim over 20 miles a single day. Fascinating. Okay, so we shoot the shark again, if I can. Okay, that's 12. Which one? The octopus gave us 2. Okay, and then we can shoot the blowfish, and that doubles it. Okay, that's good. It's some information about pufferfish. A pufferfish contains enough poison to kill 30 adult humans. Wow, deadly. They grow up to 3 feet in diameter, bigger than the biggest basketball. Whose idea was it to compare a pufferfish to a basketball? Like, I understand they wanted some comparison that everyday people would understand, but like, really? They are mostly found in tropical ocean waters. Sounds lovely. And finally, there are more than 120 species worldwide. Because people know basketballs? Yes, but it's a pufferfish. It's a beautiful creature. Don't compare it to a bowl. And also, they are only in this shape when they are frightened or attacked. Normally they are not bowl-shaped. Not my plan, fair enough. So, the pufferfish worked, the dolphin. We need the dolphin. No, we are not pressing that. Where's the dolphin? That's the shark. To the left, that's the dolphin. Okay, that's 25. We need 21. It's some information about dolphins. Bottlenose dolphins weigh an average of 660 pounds. They can reach a length of 4 meters or 13 feet. They can live for more than 40 years. And finally, they can jump at a height of 20 feet up in the air. Okay, and now we... Let me see, we need to subtract 5, right? That will be the last one, that's the jellyfish. Dolphins get high on pufferfish, that's also true. So I need to add one more, but how do I do that? I can add 6 more. If I add 6 and then remove 5, that's 1 plus, and then I can do 5. Which one gave 2? I think the octopus. Okay, that's 25. If I now remove 5, that's the jellyfish. That's the jellyfish. I can't aim like this. That's 22. And this is the last. It's a television. It's some information about jellyfish. The lion's mane jellyfish is also known as the giant jellyfish or the hair jelly. They are capable of attaining a diameter of over 6 feet. Their tentacles may trail as long as 100 feet. And finally, they remain mostly at a depth of no more than 60 feet. And I did all this for absolutely nothing. I love it. Okay, so I need the octopus for an additional 2, and then I need to remove 3 with... What removed 3? The dolphin... The dolphin... Wait, the shark added 6, the octopus added... The jellyfish removed 5. The dolphin removed 3. Yes! It's a metal cabinet. There's a bunch of nautical trinkets in here. And the shotgun. It looks like a real one. Shotgun. Yes! We got the shotgun! So indeed, there is a shotgun in the game. Muhahaha. Just do arson underwater? That's difficult. Eat the jelly. No, I would never call a jellyfish jelly. Sorry, that's... No. And hair jelly? No. But only the jelly and not the fish. Oh, they can be separated? Obviously. Fair point. Random lyrics. Oh yes, my Ken's favorite. I heard it recently in a series called Twisted Metal. It's the song Dragula by Rob Zombie. It's really nice. Even though I feel like it's really difficult to sing it without background instruments. But let me take a sip of my tea. Lovely. So let's see. That I am the rat feast upon the cat, and there is the fur dying as you purr. It's a nice little play on the old cat and mouse chase. Now, let's check the staff memos because I'm curious about the shotgun hint. Here it is: shark, 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 dolphin. The shark, 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 shark was 24 because each of them gives you 6, and the dolphin is -3, so indeed that would be 21. And now I understand why the note mentioned. I think that's the quickest way. I was never that good at math. Actually, you can do it faster if you do shark, shark and then multiply it. Shark, shark, puffer, dolphin. Indeed. Saves 1 bullet. That's a clever schmoozer. And also, ouch! That hurts, Zeph. And thank you for the hydrate. There's no such thing as too much tea, right? So refreshing. Schmoozer plus grenade. Oh yes. I'm not sure if you could necessarily throw a grenade here, but I'm not about to do that. But hey, we got a trophy for the shotgun. So there is indeed a shotgun. It's a boiler. The fire is crackling softly. Staring into the flames, I feel something. It's a curious mixture of hope and dread. Maybe everything will be okay, and maybe it won't. Can I have that? You mean the poison tea? Sure, wondrous. It's a ladder, it goes up. Well, ascend indeed. But a nice word, ascend. Yay! Tea for everyone! I stick with my own stash. So, I do believe this is a wonderful time to actually figure out how we can switch our weapon. 12 gauge shotgun, it's big and heavy. I will have some nice poison green tea today. Apparently it belonged to Captain Nemo of the Nautilus submarine. Well, alright. So this is how I can switch between the weapons. And this is how I can reload. It only holds 2. Okay, what is L1? Oh, so I can quickly switch between the guns. That's nice. So here's my question, big guy. Why are you so big? Wait, you're not attacking me? That's weird. Okay, this is problematic. I really do appreciate that the laser sign, or rather the laser color of the weapons are different. One is red and one is green, so it's really easy to quickly figure out which one you are actually holding. Why are these traps so useless? Okay, what's that? Okay, nothing important. They have to fight you? You're like the first enemy that doesn't just rush after me like a maniac. I would feel bad hurting you, honestly. It's not tea, it's just poison stored in a tea bag for convenience. For convenience. Can't talk to them. I can't open that, so I guess we're going one door at a time. Neptune's Palace. It's a door. Oh, it's labeled with a skull. Ah, makes perfect sense. I will drink it anyway. Sorry, we're closed. It's the door into the restaurant. It's locked from the other side. My favorite quote from any survival horror game. It's a door. Control room staff only. It's locked. There's a golden keyhole. Don't have a golden key. Don't think I should walk into that, so I think, considering my many options, I will go to the sunken treasure. Seduce the door? How could I do that? I still have to fix the drawing a bit so it's more visible. Oh, the skull. I'm not sure if you want it to be too visible. It ruins the surprise. Skill issue. Thank you. Kidnapper. And one of two glasses is poison. You pick one to drink. Schmoozer mixes both drinks together and drinks it. Oh yes. That always throws the kidnappers off. It's pretty dark in here. So we have one of these fortune-telling machines. Oh, Zeb Girl! Look at that! It's Zeb Girl! Let me try to get a good image of Zeb Girl! She will zap you! What's that? It's a cola sign. A grenade. Oh, okay. Maybe that too. It's an arcade cabinet. Examine? There's no power. Who would have thought? It's a medkit. Thank you very much. Now I should actually look around because on this lovely carpet, seeing any sort of trap will be a bit tricky. It's a fire extinguisher. There's no power. There's actually a shotgun shell on top. Oh no, I can pick it up because I loaded some into the shotgun. Ah, makes sense. It's a control box. It's locked. There's a silver keyhole. Ooh, so maybe I will be able to get the power back. Sorry, I know you're just standing there, but I have to check everything first. Okay, I talked to you first. What is it? Is it the light? The character